Hey guys, what's up? I got some really good movie recommendations for you today. They are all horror mystery. That's what they're labeled as genre wise, anyway. um, which I agree with for the most part, but some of them are a little beyond that. But anyway, they're all made by the same director, and a lot of you, I'm sure, are probably familiar with this. If you're not, I'm talking about the French screenwriter and director. His name is, I hope I pronounced this right, Pascal Laugier. I think that's how you say it. I'm not 100% sure, but um, so I have three movie recommendations, all made by the same director, right? And there's a few on there you may have heard of at least one of them, but the one I really want to talk about today, because it's literally one of my favorite horror movies. So my main recommendation is Incident in a Ghostland. So this is again a horror mystery. It's from 2018. It's actually the most recent of the movies that this director has made. Um, it's a it's an hour and 31 minutes, and honestly, overall, this movie is absolutely chilling. Um, it starts out rather subtle, and it definitely quickly builds and builds in intensity and definitely horror. I would definitely see how someone like towards the end of it might have like a trigger. I would definitely put a trigger warning on it, but I also don't want to give away like the mystery of it. Because again, the big thing in this is the twist. This director in general, there's always in all of these movies, there's always a big twist. Um, so that's I guess why it's mystery, obviously, and he is good at that. They're all, to me anyway, in my opinion, they're all very unique plot twists, and you don't really see them coming until you get towards the end, and it's just some of them are absolutely fucking insane. But Incident in Ghostland. Oh, another interesting fact is there's a little bit of controversy with this guy, with this director. So during the movie Incident in a Ghostland, actually one of the main actresses, Taylor Hickson, um, was disfigured basically. She got injured on set due to a director's choice in, I believe it was like a glass door or something to do with one of the props, and he wanted it to be realistic. But so that happened in 2016 during the filming of it, and she did end up suing him in March 2018. Sued the film's production company for the incident. But yeah, basically she was facially disfigured from the glass, I believe, while shooting the film. So, and she did it. She was rushed to the hospital. She had 70 stitches, and I guess she's permanently scarred from it. So, yeah, it's a pretty crazy. It's a whole thing, right? And you can look up more about it if you want to hear like more of the details, because I don't want to give you the wrong information, but that's the gist of it. Um, Now, the synopsis of this one, so the synopsis for the incident in the Ghostland is 16 years after a traumatic event, a mother and two daughters reunite at the house where it happened. But soon their reunion starts to take a bizarre turn. And oh boy, does it take a bizarre turn, that's for sure. It gets really like creepy, like kind of traumatic, like a mind, you know what, um, very quickly. That's for sure. So, like I said, not for the weak of heart. You definitely gotta like horror movies, and it's just not for the faint of heart. Let's put it that way. Also, this director has done a movie in 2012 called The Tall Man. I'm sure everyone's probably heard of this one. Another horror mystery. Jessica Biel's in it. It feels like a like a horror mystery for the most part, and there are some intense scenes, but this is really, really, I would say, on the mild side, um, for horror, but also for this director specifically. Personally, this is the most mild movie I've watched. So I would start with that one, I guess, if you're like not inept to like intense horror. This one's fine. This is on the mild side. And it becomes less horror and more like drama towards the end of it. It does have an interesting and unique plot twist, like all of this director's movies. Um, and it's definitely worth the watch, right? Now, the most controversial and probably well known, I would say, to all of the horror fans out there is Martyrs. Yeah, Martyrs 2008. This one's labeled a horror mystery. It's an hour and 37 minutes. I'm going to be honest with you, I could have probably done without watching it. It's mentally scarring, like it did scar my brain. I'm not going to lie. I forced myself to watch it alone. I do not recommend this movie for the average person. Um, and we can get into more details if you guys are like interested, but yeah, I actually do not recommend Martyrs for an average person. You really have to be like, not only into horror, but being able to, I don't even know how to explain it. Just trust me. Do not watch unless you are a avid, intense horror movie lover. But other than that, yeah, I just want to talk about that. Let me know what you guys think. Have you guys watched these movies? Like, what did you think of them? Um, and other than that, thanks for watching.